What's up, guys? Let me know. Are you on Twitch or are you on YouTube? What's going on? Trying to do both. Where are you guys at? All right, hey. It looks like maybe both are live. Tonight we're gonna build some decks for the worst possible commander show. And we're doing it live. Why are we doing it live? Why would we do such a thing live? We've been making videos. Is there something wrong with those videos? What's wrong with making videos? What? Problem is I have an ad agency that was like, your average views are down. I'm like, well, yeah, because you're counting in the videos I literally just make for fun. I was doing fine mentally handling the fact that not all of my videos were absolute bangers. That the ones I put just, you know, just hit kind of record and spout it off on. Like, I liked it that way, to be honest. Ad agencies, not so much. Not that big a fan, it turns out. Weird. Just making sure I have everything set up. Yeah, so YouTube. Wait, do we have any Twitchers? Is there any Twitch in the chat? Hold on, I'm not on the multi-stream chat. Maybe there are, and I haven't looked. Oh yeah. Here's some. Yeah, we got some Twitchers up in here. We're doing it, guys. We're out to save the world. By dropping content. Sure. That's how the world is saved, yes? That and AI, right? That's what they do these days. Dang, that's loud. Adjustments. Leslie the Kid, thank you for the sub. So, we are going to be building commander decks for the worst possible commander show because I've found something new that I love. I love what I'm going to call pod building, which is I build all 4 decks. I absolutely adore it. It seems to create, it seems to solve rule 0 all on its own, of course. And when it comes to content, like the games lately, I hope you guys would agree, have been absolute bangers, and I think it's doing the job. I think it's doing the job. Okay, so what did I was working on, oh man, it's not saved here actually. Karlach? No, Karlach? No, what is the red hot Baldur's Gate secret lair? Oh, yep, there it is. My most recent decks. Easy, no problem. This one. All right. Let's try to make bigger so you guys can see. How's that looking? Pretty nice? All right. So, Karlach, Fury of Avernus, has a new secret lair. So, forgive me while I shill, because that's pretty hot. So, there are 4 of these secret lairs. The Beholders, there's 2 Beholders, there's Karlach, and there's Astarion. So we're gonna try to build those. As someone who played only Commander, I've picked up Arena and finding out about you through collabs, and I finally understand the 1 deck meta. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not messing, like, I'm finding other things to do. So here's what I want to do. We've got Karlach, Fury of Avernus here. My chat, why are you in the way? People might want to like read what things do and such. Let's put you over here. Maybe over here you guys can really, you know, come out of your shell. Is that okay? There we go. All right. So Karlach, what we're trying to achieve, frankly, is showing off how hot these new secret lairs are. But other than that, the idea here is when you attack, if it's your first combat phase of the turn, untap all attacking creatures. They gain first strike until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. And you get a background. A background's a legendary enchantment, and it gives your commanders abilities, which is very fun. So, commander creatures you own have whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, another target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. Now, if we have out Hardy Outlander and Karlach, Fury of Avernus, then we are very likely to get an extra combat. And the great thing about an extra combat with a card like Hardy Outlander is we give our opponent a 5 power buff, and then we give our creature another 5 power buff because it's a new attack, right? So that's pretty sick. I think that's the pairing. This is also going to be the only green deck, so we want lots of cool green stuff. And what we want most in this deck are attack triggers. Now I've got some of the basics already figured out. We've got the mana base in the house. All right. We've got a number of ramp spells in the house. Bitter Thorn Nissa's Animist is a good example of the kind of card we want. This is a living weapon that equipped creature gets a +1/+1. And whenever equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. So we want a good number of creatures, and we want attack triggers. We want to build red-green-ishin kind of jam. Morag, Fury of a Comb. Not really a land deck, so it makes me nervous that I'll play Morag and not have a land to play. As you can see, we run a pretty tight number of lands. But with Bitterthorn, maybe, you know, there's cards like Bitterthorn. So, like, it is more extra combats. It's on the right track. We have to be careful not to put in too many of these win mores, because if we've already got it in our command zone, having more of it and more of it and more of it makes us one-dimensional, which makes us bad at the game in general. So I'm open to it, but we have to be careful. We can't just add everything in here. All right. Jite. Ooh, I like Jite a lot. Jite gets better with combat damage. It's one of my favorite equipments in the game, quite frankly. I'm definitely down for Jite. See, you guys get it already. I didn't even have to say, let's take some ideas from chat. You guys are on it. Halana and Elena, the partners, I think is a great suggestion, because at the beginning of each combat this puts out counters and gets bigger, and Hardy Outlander can make Halana and Elena go absolutely crazy. So that's a wonderful suggestion. Invigorate is free pump. Yeah, but I don't understand why we would need that. On the other hand, Goldspan Dragon is one I've been thinking about and planning to add to this deck all day. So let's get right to it. Obviously, we would love more of this. So things that when they attack make mana, things that when they attack get triggers that are beneficial. So this is Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a really good addition here that we can add. And Captain Lannery Storm is something we can definitely add. Laelia, the Blade Reforged, can't think of how to spell it, is a good one. I'm thinking Inti. The one that's currently in standard, Seneschal of the Sun, is probably a good one. So like those are the kind of, we want plenty of attack triggers that get stronger and stronger. Berserker's Onslaught is all attacking creatures gain double strike. I don't think that's necessary. That's not quite it. Breaches is more of a pirate type card. I know that you don't need a lot of pirates to make Breaches good, but I don't want to feel like I'm not getting there without it. Xenagos, God of Revels. That's probably a good one. I don't like that it's in the same mana spot as our commander, but it's definitely a good way to make our attackers very big. All right. Where do we get attackers? Like, if they hit the opponent, we get this much stuff where X is the amount of hitting. So the first card that comes to mind is the Reaver Cleaver, right? Reaver Cleaver makes treasures equal to the amount of damage you deal. I think that goes in. Are there more things like that? Ancient Bronze Dragon can make a lot of treasures with rolling dice, but I guess we're in D&D. We are D&D themed. Let's do it. Ancient Bronze Dragon. Also, probably an easy worst possible for a deck like this is Aggravated Assault, because if you're making enough treasures per attack, you go infinite. Aggravated Assault? Yeah, let's get that in there. That'll be our worst possible. Old Gnawbone? Yeah. That's a good one. We do need stuff to do with all these treasures, and we need card draw. So far, you guys have done good at making power, toughness, and mana. We need a way to take it to another level. Dragonhawk? I do want Dragonhawk in here. That's a good suggestion. It's a new card. I love new cards. The more new cards we squeeze into decks, the better. Recycle and Lurin? No, that's degenerate. We're not degenerate. We're just having fun. What is Railway Breaker? Why am I... What? Okay, then. All right, so you want the big draw cards. Rishkar's Expertise. Return of the Wild Speaker. Those two of them. There's a Garruk. Which Garruk is it? Primal Hunter, I think. Yep, that one. And it's the new one. Season of Gathering. So those are really good mega card draw effects. We also need just some medium card draw effects. The best in colors like this would be like Toski and Frostfang. Those are pretty auto, right? Whenever you hit the opponent, you're drawing cards. We're playing a deck that loves to get multiple combats, hit the opponents multiple times. Garruk's Uprising, I don't think is necessary. Like, we want to get paid for hitting our opponent or having a giant creature, not have to cast creature after creature after creature after creature after creature. Does that make sense? Harmonize doesn't have an effect on the board, so it's not very good. I love Nexus of Becoming. I really love Nexus of Becoming. That's a good one. Nexus of Becoming is a 6-mana big score artifact. At the beginning of combat on your turn, draw a card. So with each combat, we do it again. Then you may exile an artifact or creature from your hand. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 3/3. I'm new here. I've been enjoying your Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hearthstone player. Thank you. Learn Magic videos. My favorite commanders are Yenna Redtooth Regent and Calyx Guided by Fate. Ooh, you're kind of aggressive. Glorious Sunrise is okay. I don't know if Glorious Sunrise will make the cut. Like, it seems medium compared to something that can create board presence as well. Basilisk Collar for Death Touch and Lifelink. I'm not sure why we would need that. I know it's always nice to have, but why would we need it? Primeval Titan, great suggestion. Unfortunately banned. Delina would be very fun. Delina is a great suggestion. So part of pod building that I think makes Commander way more fun, and that I've been loving the most, is you try to put as many cards in the deck from sets like Adventures in the Forgotten Realms as possible to kind of match your commander's energy, if that makes sense. I originally the person who I would say invented pod building in my eyes, probably didn't invent it, but popularized it for me, was Rachel Weeks. She did the video, she did the thing that you can find the extra turns game with, where she has like a box that's the 4 Lord of the Rings decks, you know, totally mastered, right? And so you just pull out your 4 Lord of the Rings decks, anybody grabs whichever deck they want, and you're playing a Lord of the Rings game. I want this to feel like a D&D game in some aspects. And I don't want over dice rolling or anything. I just want to feel like it exists in that world. Does that make sense? Double attack triggers is Wolfgar. Ooh, I love Wolfgar. I've read some of the books. I know who this is. Look at that smile. 4/4 melee. When it attacks, +1 until end turn for each opponent you attacked. If a creature control attacking would cause a triggered ability of a permanent to trigger, it triggers an additional time. Yeah, that's a pretty good energy for this. It really is. It really is. Well done. I don't know why I would need like a 3 like, I don't think this is a deck that needs the 3-man enchantments that dish out haste. Our commander with haste isn't that different from our commander without haste. It triggers whenever you attack. Okay, I do want unblockability. I do really want it to be hard for our opponents to block. Does that make sense? I want Champion of Lambhold for sure. I think that's one of the most underrated cards in Commander. And almost every green deck that runs creatures loves this card. I'm open to other ideas. Oh, Holga Relentless Ranger, I meant to add. Yeah, that's a good one. That is from the other D&D Secret Lair. In fact, it's probably time to start digging into that a little. So let's go to Scryfall. And let's go to all sets. And let's... what is the other D&D Secret Lair? There's the Secret Lair. Control F. Dungeons. Nope. D&D maybe? The one from the movie. There we go. Okay, we're running Thunder. So we're the only green deck. So we're going to run Doric, I think. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for forest, put it on tapped. When it attacks, you may pay this. If you do, transform it. Oh, great. It's got an attack trigger. Becomes an owlbear. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, where did you go? I was looking at you. Scryfall, what are you doing? All right, so we want Doric and we want Themberchad, I think. For sure, for the flavor at least. Are they the absolute best in that spot? Maybe not. Chad. I know Chad's in there, right? No? Chod. What's happening? There it is. $40 for that thing? For God's sakes. The world is crazy. When it enters the battlefield, extinguish each other creature with flying. Yeah, we have to play this. It even has, it does have an attack trigger, kind of. It has exert. But hey, maybe we can untap it with Karlach, right? So it can have multiple instances of flying. Sure. I mean, I like secret. I don't like all secret layers, but I like these secret layers. So I'm happy to be a bit of a secret layer shill on this occasion. Wait, what was this? Saturday morning, the D&D cartoon show. Okay. There's an impact tremors and a primal vigor and a crash through. I don't think any of those really fit our deck. I do have this one though. I remember this cartoon. I'm old. And then here, Faithless Looting, I don't think we need. The Goldspan Dragon, we do. Monster Manual? Monster Manual is just kind of value filler, but we do have some big things. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Go down here, switch the printing to the new one. And what was the other one that was there? Goldspan Dragon, that's right. Yep, I got these ones in the mail. Let's show them off. They're fun. you remember the Ghostbusters cartoon? Yes. Yes. Because I'm old. Thank you. I'm more depressed now. You can go. Oh my god, a Ghostbusters secret lair. The animated Ghostbusters secret lair? What the hell? Okay, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. It's fine. All right, we do want all these. So we want City on Fire. And we want Stranglehold. Ooh, no searchy libraries. Your Evolving Wilds is garbage. Anybody know Ted Nugent songs? Anybody? And Dolmen Gate. Oh, and the card that came with it was Prosperous Innkeeper. Let's just get the whole secret lair in here. All right. Art check. Art check. Where are we at? Switch to the new secret lair art. Look at there. And the thrill definitely becomes this one. Woo! Okay. I promised I wouldn't get too excited. I promised I'd keep it together on this stream, guys. I promised. But I get so thirsty. Shut up. All right. Swashbuckler extraordinaire. Well, see, I think I've got enough theme. We're at 25 creatures, which is plenty of creatures. We've scraped the card draw surface. I still feel like an engine piece would be nice, and I'm guessing like a Guardian project is a great vegetable here. And then, like, are we happy with our ramp count? I think I got it up to like where I was trying to be, but I don't know if it's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I could use 2 more. It could use 2 more. Red and green rampy cards. It would be nice if they somehow had an attack trigger or tied into the Dungeons and Dragons set. I'm not playing Orcish Lumberjack. Stone Raining yourself ain't it. I'm not saying the card's not good. It just, okay. You're gonna get me on a soapbox, but cards that like give you mana explosions without any kind of card advantage are trying to condense the game into moments of brief explosive plays, which is not what we want for content. We want everybody to at least feel like they had a chance to do something, so we don't want somebody to just do 7 things on turn 2. Does that make sense? You can play CEDH or watch CEDH for that. This content is more for like a fun board gaming experience. This is power level above pre-con, but way below high power, if that makes sense. Like, this isn't like, we're not going to add any Mox Diamonds. All right. Calamity does sound fun. And that's a new card, so you have my heart. You have my heart when you say something like that. But I really want a card that says when it deals combat damage to a player, you get this much stuff, where this much stuff is the amount of damage you dealt, because we are going to make giant creatures with Hardy Outlander here. Like getting multiple triggers of this on something is going to hit very hard. Is Garrick's Uprising all creatures gain trample, or is it just the power 4 or greater? Maybe I do want it. I like kind of turned it down before, but the trample thing might just get me. I don't usually care about the trample. I usually care about the card draw. Yeah, creatures you control have trample. Yeah. What's Claith? Who's Claith? Is Claith my friend? that Claith doesn't come. Cloth. His brother Claith, okay? He's coming to Magic soon. Oh, what is this? Another creature, flying haste 4/4. When it attacks at X, where X is total power. Great. Okay, we've had so many ways to make mana. How do we get more out of it? I think Power Fist is a Fallout card, but I think I remember this being like good for this style. Power Fist. It's an artifact, yeah? Yeah. Equipped creature has trample, and when it deals combat damage to a player, put that many counters on. Boom! Get him. Oh my gosh. Hey, so I don't know what it is about some of y'all, but we're building commander decks. You can't suggest a white card like Winota or Blade Historian in a red-green deck in Commander. The format doesn't work that way. Does that make sense? Selvala, Heart of the Wild. Yeah, that's the group hug card we're looking for. That can make a lot of mana here. I think that's very too big. I think Unnatural Growth and Hunger Dominus are too much. Dolmen Gate's already here. Harrow, not really, nah. What else fits in these? We don't have many instants. It might be time to start thinking about protection for our awesome cards. I like the idea of the Quake Mole because I just like this card a lot. Anzrag the Quake Mole. All right. But we don't have enough instants, that's for damn sure. So Heroic Intervention goes in there. What else? What are no, we're not running Veil of Summer. Don't be a wimp. Smuggler's Surprise. Seems good in this deck. Seems pretty darn good. There are 89 cards in the deck right now. I'm sorry, you can't see it, can ya? There we go. What are you doing over here? Get over here where chat can definitely see you. There, that's fine. Thank you very much, Token Snipes, for the tier 1 and the 32 months. Rancor. Tyvar's stand is interesting with all the mana we make. I can give it a try, but Tyvar's not in this set, which is honestly, those are the kind of cards that like kind of turn me off a little bit. A little bit. Love the Karlach thrill. Oh, right. All right, we've got 90 cards. I think this is a good time to let EDH Rec do a little heavy lifting because we have resisted up to this point. We've got to name the Karlach, not Karvek. There we go. Ooh, Hunter's Talent. Hunter's Talent enters. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a thing you don't control. Whenever you attack, +1/+0 trample at the beginning of your end step draw. Oh, Hunter's Talent is in, baby. I love the new cards. You gotta get new cards. You gotta play more new cards. Overprotect, +3/+3 trample, hexproof, indestructible. It's a bit much, but I am overprotective of Karlach, so we're gonna do it. All right, Season of Gathering we got. Scrap Shooter I don't think we need. Although, honestly, we're not exactly interacting very much here, are we? it would probably be nice for us to do at least something about our opponent's stuff. So sure, I'll run the scrapper. Scrap what? Scrap something. Shooter. Scrap shooter. Like Shooter McGavin. Hydras? I don't see the point of specifically a Hydra. All right, so they say Goreclaw. That does seem really good. Oh, Ruby. Ruby is a good mana rock, and I was looking for a mana, well, not mana rock, but you know, dork. Goreclaw and Ruby seem like cards I want here. Windswept Slice. What? Anybody else here got a good card? All of these seem just meh and kind of replaceable. They aren't very exciting. I guess we didn't add Sword of the Animist. Do you want to? Well, I know Colossal Dreadmaw. Just to trigger you guys. That's it. Ooh, Descendant of Verminous for flavor. Well, that just makes the game more fun. I know it speeds up the game to some extent, but it's in a way that lets everybody do cool stuff, so we like it. Black Blade Reforged. I don't understand why we'd play that. Doesn't seem connected to this. Wild Magic Surge is a fun card. It is. But it doesn't seem, I mean, that it is from a D&D set, right? So maybe that's why we do want to run like Baldur's Gate cards where we can, because this is a Baldur's Gate deck. Got any other Baldur's Gate cards, guys? Any other sick Baldur's Gate cards that give the deck flavor while filling a necessary role, like some kind of removal? Ooh, I want Roxanne, actually. Roxanne is kind of sick here. She looks straight out of Baldur's Gate, doesn't she? That cowboy hat doesn't mean you can't put her in here, does it? Does it? Kind of does. I'm gonna be honest, the cowboy hat takes me out of it a bit. It really does kind of ruin the immersion. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do a great train. I like the Smuggler's Surprise. This works for me for some reason. It's got Troy vibes. Ram Through seems like a really good call. Right? It's a pretty good card here. Oh, and there's an Art of Lightning Bolt from Baldur's Gate. So, okay. This is when I was pretty sure Lightning Bolt would be on Magic Arena, like in a set, but nah, that was Mystical Archive. There you. Nope, that ain't you. There. Nope. Double Masters. Nope. That. Yep. There it is. This is our Lightning Bolt. Are you impressed? Are you not entertained? There you go. Yeah, it was like Lightning Bolt's coming to Magic Arena as a common. Nah. Hunter's Insight is cool. I just don't know if I have enough ways to guarantee I'm hitting. It does feel like... What's the new Assassin's Creed equipment that gets you through? Yeah, God, do I want to add an Assassin's Creed card? It is new though, right? The Tarask for high end. Excalibur, no. Regalia, yeah. Show me this card. Okay, I haven't seen it in a minute. 2 mana. Equip creature has ward 2 and is an assassin in addition to other types and can't be blocked. Equip a legendary creature for 1 mana. Can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. We like that. We like that a lot. Do we have a rogue's passage down here? We sure do. Dude, I think we cooked. I think we're there. I think we're getting in. I think we're drawing cards. I think we're ramping and blamping. We've got a lot of the new secret layers in here. I would cut Jite. Jite's really good. Don't be a bitch. Oh, Minsk and Boo. I would rather have a Minsk and Boo Timeless Heroes than a Garruk Primal Hunter. Board wipes. True. Clearly, Themberchad is our board wipe. Any other questions? Chad is in the name. All right, cut one of these. I could use a Chandra's Ignition. I think this card would be pretty sick in this deck, because the whole idea is to make something huge. Miku's. Wait, how did she get here? How'd the anime girl get in the building? Who let her in? We have a lot of creatures. We have a lot of expensive creatures. Did I not get the Copper Dragon in? I only added the bronze? I thought I added Ancient Copper Dragon. Yeah, get in there. Chandra looks so different. Wow. Yeah. Our girl got a makeover in Japan. Dude, let me weeb. Shut up. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy things. Let people enjoy things. All right, I'm cutting Tyvar's stand. I don't like it. Any of these? Gotta go. I love the Power Fist idea. I mean, this is basically a removal spell. Like, it's a removal machine for our deck. We kind of need it. Do I need the project? I mean, it's hard to be mad at Guardian Project, huh? Guys, you're doing a great job just yelling more cards to add. I'll take more suggestions for cut so I can tell you you're crazy. Dockside extortionist, get this CEDH clown out of my room. Do we need stranglehold? Yeah, we do actually, because as you can see, stranglehold is from the secret lair. We must have it. So who's gonna stop them from taking extra turns? Huh? Only stranglehold. Are you gonna stop them? No. You're just gonna get in the way. I like Bitterthorn rather, so much more than Sword of the Animist. I think I'm actually gonna cut this. I like these other equipment so much more. All right. Yeah, we'd be simping. We'd be simping. Don't mind. Look at that curve. Look at that. Made a perfect staircase curve without even trying, guys. Just off the top of our heads. You guys did that. You guys suggested all these cards. You win. You are winning. It would have been nice if you had put the green and red spells at dead even, though. Only 49% of symbols to 51. You couldn't hit 50-50. You couldn't do it. Keepable hand when? Hashtag when? Huh? Playable 2-drop? There we go. Magda Reaver Cleaver. We win. We win these. This game, turn 2-0, turn 3-0. We win these. Birds, no other land. We win these. All right, I'm gonna stop looking. But nicely done. We made a deck. I'm impressed with you guys. I'm impressed with myself. So this will get played in a worst possible commander show soon. I'll probably be back another night this week, maybe like Thursday, because we have at least 3 more decks to build. Actually, you guys want to do another one tonight? I think we can do one more tonight. If we get one more done, then we only have to do 2 on a future night. And then they just have to be ready for filming on Monday. Okay. All right, guys, fine. You talk me into it. Secret lair shill. I'm not even sponsored. I just like the shiny crap, okay? Hi. All right, let's see how our Orzhov mana package is. Cut that. No, thank you. Switch art. No, don't need you. These are fine. Give me... I guess I have this one. This one's fine. Warhammer, Worm Power Stone. Get that one. All right. Caves, Field, Tower, Orchard, Shrine, Hall, Chapel, Vista. I don't put in everything anymore. Let's get down to... Why do I have snow covered in here? What? Who made these packages? They're designed to be chopped up, though. Don't panic. But I definitely haven't touched black-white in a minute. All right. Temple. Silence. Urza Saga, you can go. Urborg, you can go. We don't have a Bajuka Bog. We have Vault of the Archangel. Yeah, we do. All right, Shattered Sanctum. We got that. Okay, what is the murder surveil land called? Backstreet. The Backstreet Boys. Boom. All right. What else? Any new black and white lands that are popping off out there in the world? Not much of a Snarl gamer. And please don't name like really niche extra rare cards. Yeah, Volrath Stronghold is an example of such that we're cutting here. How do you miss Bajuka? Carefully. I strategically avoided it for a period of time because I didn't think it was very good. The new Spy Land? Eh. Oh yeah, that's that good. I mean, honestly, I run these a lot. Just because, like, are they the best? No. They're not. But, like, you don't have to think about it, right? You just put them in and you don't have to think about it. They're not very expensive. Nobody's like... It's a weird thing in content creation. You just don't want people to salt off because they feel poor, you know? You make people feel poor too quickly. It actually has effects on the content. Oh, Fable Passage I like, yeah. I add that to a lot. But let's see. How do we Archaeomancer's map? That's one way to get multiple lands, so that like in green decks I can go, at least I find I can go as low as like 33 lands if I'm running Cultivate and Kodama's Reach in the place of 2 land spots. Harder to do in not green. You need cards that basically produce 2 lands when they enter the battlefield. Yeah, 34, 35. We'll keep it something like that. This is fine. All right. Astarion. Let's start out with what else is in your secret lair, my friend. I have to be honest. Maybe you guys understand why. Maybe you don't. I paid a lot more attention to this secret lair. For reasons than this one. Okay. We're gonna catch up. Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond. They put the combo right here? Okay. A little on the nose. If we're being real. Just right there. Are you kidding? All right. Anguish on Making him Mortify. Sure. Morphidai? Mortify. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. Other D&D. What else we got? Those are going to be in a different secret lair. So we got this Paladin, Double Strike. Auras you control have Exalted. I don't think we're an Aura deck. I don't think I run you. Forge, Neverwinter Charlatan. Menace, sacrifice a creature. +2/+0 for each treasure. Whenever one or more players sacrifice one or more creatures. Yeah, I don't think I'm a Forge deck. These 2 cards, unlike these, just don't really fit. So I don't think they're going in. They're just too weird. Like, I can forgive slightly different, but... Alright. Can I find this Hero's Downfall and this Unbreakable Formation? Do I know where they are? I know where this Unbreakable Formation is. I bet I can find this hero's downfall. These are perfectly playable. Did anybody else watch the Saturday morning D&D cartoon? I remember nothing about it. I mean it. I remember absolutely nothing. But I know I watched it. Where's the other D&D? Oh, here we go. Okay. Fell the Mighty. Fell the Mighty. I don't know for a Fell the Mighty deck or an Acererak deck. Man, that's rough. Those don't really fit, do they? They're not exactly staples. I think it's our only chance to play Fell the Mighty. All right. Here we go. We got our ramp pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any other ramp pieces we need? Doubt it. All right. So if this is your commander, what are we up to? We want to make people lose half their life, right? So it's gains and drains. You guys think it's all vampires, or probably not, right? Rush of Dread. Kind of a nasty combo. Temporal Extortion. What does that do? Dude. Wow, an extra turn spell is good? Did you put that together on your own? Okay. Okay. That's how you guys want to do this? Peer into the Abyss sounds fun, actually. And Bloodletter. And Shielder the Apocalypse. You know what else I want in this deck? The Bat God. What is it? Aklazats. Jeepers Betrayal. There we go. But yeah. Let's make people lose some life. You want a Blood Artist? I'm down for a Blood Artist. Are we a sacrifice deck, though? Not particularly, but creatures do just die as you play Magic, right? New Sorin. I don't know which Sorin you're talking about. The Flip Sorin. Okay. Isn't that Lord of Innistrad? Am I crazy? Nope, that ain't it. Okay, it's Sorin what? So this one. Of House Markov. Okay. Wow, price has come down. $5. Vein Ripper, Cruel Celebrant. Yeah. I mean, I think I don't necessarily want to be just a bad vampire deck because we're not Edgar Markov, but I'm not totally opposed to it either. Vampires are fun. People like them. Evra, Halcyon Witness. Somebody call Giannis Voss. Dude, his Evra deck is an absolute machine. Unfortunately, I don't think I have this card. Dominaria. Yeah, I don't have this card. Shadowheart. I mean, that's the flavor, right? Put some other thirst traps in here. I'm kind of mad that we don't have a Shadowheart secret lair yet. But, you know, I'm sure she's on her way. Yeah, we'll do Grey Merchant because gain and drain is fun. Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, I think just the Meat Hook Massacre is fine, but We probably overuse it. It's an expensive card. Starfleet Ravager? I don't think so. I don't need a pirate sneaking into my vampire list. Veto. I'll put in veto. Sure. Why not? Good stuff. Cryptcast. Nah. Not really looking for like swamp payoffs, right? Feels like a black market connections deck though, because you gain the life back. Book of Exalted Deeds for flavor? Is it? Am I missing the flavor? Arcana Revenant is thirsty. Yeah, but I'm not playing like a oops, look at all my swamps deck. Matter of Dark Rites. You gotta spell things. That's the one that sacrificed another. I mean, yeah, but we're not Edgar Markov, right? We don't have creatures. We don't have fodder lying around. So no. We actually like our creatures. Our creatures are building board presence. Our creatures are doing things on the board. Priest of Fell Rites. Like, if you guys are gonna suggest sacrifice cards, like what's our fodder? I don't see no fodder. This one's a little trickier, right? Because you actually have to pick a lane. And we don't have a lane currently. It's Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate. What? One of the good cards they did bring to Magic Arena. You want Zoraline? I'll try Zoraline. This is kind of a mid-range deck. You guys want like Soul Warden? You want it to be a life gain deck? Eh. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Because we've got options, right? Life gain, tokens, vampires. Nope. We basically want to be like Pain, you know? House of Pain, Pain and Gain. With a little bit of control elements so things don't get away from you. So we want to pay for our resources, right? And then gain the life back. Like Dark Confidant, maybe? Fits here. We're not afraid of hurting ourselves to gain advantage in this deck. That's the way I like to see it. Like that kind of thing. So I say escape clerics, like whenever you gain, they lose, right? That's pretty meh. Let's try a Darkstar Augur. These are just kind of okay cards. Lunar Convocation sounds up our alley, though. Kind of into that. Beginning of your end step, if you gained, each opponent lose one. Beginning of end step, if you lost, make a 1/1. It's okay. I don't want Kirk. Kirk just gets. So if you play Kirk, whatever you want to call it, if you play Crick in mid power, you are just letting somebody destroy themselves. If you have been watching The Worst Possible, just think of Ben last time he played Crick. Okay, you like, it's basically irresponsible of me to put Crick in a deck with Ben at the table, because if you're not playing like CEDH, you just kill yourself and don't win, right? It's not fine. There's nothing fine about that. Ellis Ilcor sounds about right. Is this a Citadel deck? Honestly, I think the world has too many Citadel decks. This could be. I'll put it in. You want faith reward loops. That is too spiky. Do we want reservoir? No. There's other ways to gain some life. We can definitely put in a few staples. Reanimate. And swords. To plowshares. To fairies. Protection. I've been putting Dawn's Truce in the white decks and will continue to do so until I get convinced it's bad. Do we want like Necropotence and Necrodominance? Not really. Stronic Resonator. If you have a Roaming Throne on Vampire, do you do this twice? It's a triggered ability, yeah. That sounds fun. And better than a Stronic Resonator. Let's also try to protect this friend of ours. Lightning Greaves, I think, has to come out and equip and protect our friend from bad things. Esper Sentinel. Well, Esper Sentinel is just good card draw. It's not as bad as Smothering Tithe and Rhystic Study, right? Helm of the Host. Seems really expensive. Extra greedy for real. Alhamrat's Archive. Double life, potentially double card draw, except a lot of our effects don't draw cards. I don't see, we want to use the lose life thing about 10 times for every one time we use the gain life thing. So how do we do big chunks of how do we make the opponent lose big chunks of life after we play this? You gotta add some board wipes. Well, damn. Farewell. Thank you very much for the subs. Holy cow, gifted subs. The Arby's meat. Are you a bot? Why is the Arby's meat gifting subs here? Weird. Why Toxic Deluge? I get that it's a good card. Can you give me a reason besides that? Doesn't really fit with the deck. I mean, I know that we pay life a lot, but like in this case, I don't know, man. Too many Toxic Deluges get played anyway. You can play that in CEDH even. The Arby's meat says, because we love you and MTG. Look, I know I'm a shill, but damn. Sell me out. Let's go. Maybe I do want Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls is a pretty new card. I haven't played it in anything, but I really hate turning like my Baldur's Gate deck into an energy deck. I just hate that. Crav? What is this Crav? You're gonna get banned if I don't like it, just so you know. Nope. Don't own this card. Don't want this card. Banned. Say goodnight. Blood Tribute. Nah. What do you think? Do we run Farewell? I already added it. Okay. Path to Exile. A little bit more removal. We don't need a ton more. Do we have Vault of the Archangels? We need. I need to play Axis the more time. No, you don't. Every time somebody plays that against me, I murder them. And I enjoy doing it. So why would I run it? Eldritch Pact. Yeah, I like that. There it is. Yep, that's a good one. That fits. All right, how do we cast our commander and have it not die? What else can we use to protect our friend here? Generous Gift is a terrible card, and I will die on that hill. Yeah, Thirst. It is kind of a Thirst deck. Yeah. I guess we Night's Whisper. Probably a good move. Did you usually see EDH? No, I just play it too much. Like, I don't need to see my 90th Toxic Deluge when we can play some board wipes that are a little more expensive and play some more interesting cards in general. A lot of your suggestions will get, like, rejected if they're just overplayed in general. We're making a show, not... Like, these decks will probably... Let's be real. These decks will probably be played once and then retired. Why would I want to spend them casting the same cards I cast all the time and see played all the time on every other channel? Lair of Fortitude, huh? That's not bad. And Clever Concealment? I like that. Those are good ideas. So you kind of... We're going to need to up the creature count. So let's try to just... We've got 17 more spots. Let's really up the creature count so that Flare of Fortitude and Clever Concealment can work. I like Charismatic Conqueror. Nobody does, but it's a good card. It's a good card, okay? It makes lifelinkers. That's so good. Lauren, good call. Mother of Runes, sure. All right, give me more critters. Giver of Runes is a bit over redundant for me. I don't want like 7 cards that do the exact same thing. Guide of Souls, I don't want to add energy to the deck. That's really the bottom line. Essence Channeler. That's the new bat, right? We're not that much of a life gain deck. but we kind of are, but we kind of aren't, but we kind of are. Okay. Why not? I don't want too many cards that do the exact same thing, guys. I don't know what it is. It's very Commander player to just be like, give me 70 cards that do the same freaking thing. I'll put them all in my deck. You know what I mean? Not really what I'm after. I like the idea of Edgar, Charmed Groom. I like that card. It's the kind of unassuming Commander card that doesn't get you killed but produces a ton of value. I think that's a good suggestion. Old Sheoldred. Too expensive. Priest, no. I don't even know which priest you mean, but no. I think I know which priest you mean, to be honest. I'm not adding Tree of Perdition. I don't own it. So please stop. You're overdoing it. Keep in mind, I don't own a lot of cards printed before... Where am I at? I work my way backwards. I don't own a lot of cards printed before Ikoria. Solitude. Trying to avoid the free stuff. It's not very exciting. Thrana and Linvala is okay, but I don't love it. Do we have any more cool, like, fly and lifelink and, like, more cards like Aclazotz, kinda? Malia. There's not enough life gain, guys. It's not really a life gain deck. The cards are individually good for the most part, and I like it that way. See, you guys are having a really hard time when I'm like, don't overdo a theme, aren't you? It's blowing your mind. Blowing your freaking mind right open. You're like, I don't want too many cards that do the same thing, but that's all we do. That's all we do when we make decks is add like 50 cards that do the same thing. That's all we do. That's what we do on the internet, dude. I know. I'm challenging you to think. Cheap cards produce value, produce board presence. Like what like 2-drops, 2 and 3 drops are you really happy to see? Lotho's not bad. I can see Lotho. Lotho's a good suggestion because it gets you to cast your 6-mana commander. All right. Blind Obedience is really annoying. It's really annoying. It's so annoying. It's also so up this deck's alley. And we do want to slow the game down because we want to get this out and then drain them out that way. I'm going to do it. And they did just make a new printing of it in Eldraine. Maybe just isn't the right word. It's been out for a little while, but let's do it. Let's do it. Very annoying card, but probably right for this deck. Is Duskmourn off limits? No. But I'm not positive I have the card. Authority of the Consuls. All right, let's cause some trouble. Soul Warden. Let's do that. And who's the other one? Soul's Attendant. Let me see if I'm right about what that does. Yep. Get them in there. Fine, we're doing it. Authority of the Consuls. All right. We get some triggers now. I think that gives this deck a good way to like attack the opposition, really. All right, that's enough though. We don't want to add like 50 million ways to get life gain triggers, okay? I'll put in Amalia now. I don't want every card that has ever gained life ever. Yeah, look at you guys. You're going off. All right, I know this one. Give me all the life gain cards. This deck doesn't need Feed the Swarm because it has a lot of pretty good removal already. Sarah's Ascendant is a little too spiky for me. If you are at mid power like we're shooting for and you play a turn 1 Sarah's Ascendant, it's a bit much. I think most people who have ever played it know that. Witch of the Moors. I'm worried I'll have Witch of the Moors and no way to gain life. At least most of these other cards are okay. Witch of the Moors is pretty bad if you can't gain life. Luris. I like Luris. Do we have enough good cards to go with Luris? I think I'd rather a Sun Titan, to be honest. Although our commander is 6, that makes it hard to run Sun Titan, guys. Also not very vampire. Redemption Choir. What do you do? Trying to remember. When it enters or attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, return target permanent 3 or less. Ooh, and it can get land. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. Right? Right? I do like Archangel of Thune, and I do have one. I'm gonna put it on the list. I'm gonna put Shadow Spear on here because I like it. That is a, like, lifelink creatures in general are a pretty good way to get something out of the ability the turn that you play it. Why haven't they reprinted Shadow Spear more? What's wrong with them? I found that lots of games drag out for 2 to 3 hours with multiple board wipe and rebuild cycles. Any advice on how to avoid this? Win the game. Get good. Nah, but like for real, it's really important to build value outside of creatures. The more you rely on creatures, particularly commander, and the less you rely on enchantments, artifacts, and land ramp, things that produce value outside of things that normally get blown up by board wipes, the more board wipes will ruin you. So you've got to have card advantage engines that are usually enchantments, artifacts. You have to have ways to get lots of lands on the battlefield so that you can quickly rebuild from board wipes. Also, just get-ems like gotchas, Teferi's Protection. If that's not in every white deck, it should be. A lot of people complain about this card, but one of the things it does best is make sure that the board wipes don't end the game, right? But other gotchas for board wipes, Clever Concealment, Dawn's Truce, Flare of Fortitude, Unbreakable Formation, right? Make their board wipe into a, oops, I win the game now because I'm the only one with things. And if those things aren't available to the type of deck you're running because you're like an enchantment deck, do what I did in the recent Kamigawa Championship, where Ruinous Ultimatum got played by Ben, blowing up all my permanents, except for lands, and I simply cast a Brilliant Restoration on my turn for the same mana cost, and they all came back. Did you look at either Campbell yet? Nope, I don't like them. So I'm not going to do them. They require the person playing the deck to pay attention to the game. Now, you could say the same thing. You could say the same thing about Soul Warden, and that would be fair. That would be totally fair. But it's a lot easier to remember your Soul Warden, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We're at 97 cards. Let's see what the wisdom of EDH rec suggests for Astarion. Unstoppable Slasher. Boom! I have that card. Get in there. Beautiful. That's the one where, I don't know if you've seen this one. Zombie Assassin 2/3 Death Touch. When it deals damage to a player, they lose half their life. And then some text about it coming back with stun counters. Grievous Wound. Enchant player. Enchant player can't gain life. When enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose half their life. I have this one too. Let's do it. Let's go. New cards hype. Blood Tribute. I don't even think I have this card. Astarion's Thirst. Exile target creature. Put X counters on commander you control. We have to run it. We have to run it. The flavor alone. Are you kidding me? Why can't I spell Astarion? Astar. Nope. Astarion. There. Did it. Beautiful. All right. Any other cards here that really make sense? Anything I feel like I forgot? Not really. All these are meh. I do have a Defiant Bloodlord, but it's so expensive. But it never gets any play. Sure. Let's let Defiant Bloodlord come out to play. But we have to cut a card. Arterial Flow. I feel like you have a problem. I feel like you just really want that. Yeah, I think I like it as is. Are we going to draw enough cards for our 34 land deck to hit all of its land drops so our 6 mana commander keeps happening? Maybe we are supposed to play a land tax. Add Witch Enchanter. I'm not cutting Lauren though. Run the One Ring. Is that card good? Yeah, I do feel low on land. Look at all the 7 drops. Purveyor Scope. Somebody listens to the Goldfish podcast too much. You can come out. I like the Lotho. I think we're supposed to run land tax, White Orchid. I don't like land tax to be honest, but I do think that these cards are good. Something I basically forgot is that we have a 6 mana commander, right? So if that dies even once, it might just be over. Maybe drop Pure, but it's so funny. That's Pure's sweet, dude. And we have Shieldred, so we have multiple like OTK combos in this deck. It's just that you have to have a 6 mana commander, like, or a 7 mana sorcery. There are some things we just have to have. So this deck can kill you out of nowhere, but it's not really out of nowhere, right? So for me, I think that that's fair magic. If you get OTK'd by Shieldred Pure into the Abyss, and there's no dark rituals or anything, it's like, boom. There you go. I think I'll cut the Farewell. Nah, I'll leave the Farewell. think I will cut the Soul's Attendant. It's too much like Soul Warden. I said I hate having too many cards that do the exact same thing. I like my games to at least have some variety. Alright, so what else? Is Flare of Fortitude too good? I've been avoiding free spells pretty successfully. Yeah, and I'm going to continue. Alright, 13, 8. We added more ways to get mana. Does this need like Guildless Commons? Like another bounce land? And Arid Archway? Maybe it does. Like, what's our curve actually like? You know, I feel pretty good about it, to be honest. I feel like we're in that range. I feel like we've got the right range. Archivist of Ogma, I don't think we are playing a meta that makes sense with that. Needs more card draw? Maybe, but I actually feel all right about it. It's like Whisper, some amount of ramp, it's sort of value, sort of card draw, sort of card draw, card draw, card draw. Sorta. This is definitely not a deck that's gonna like keep its hand full, but like a Citadel could go crazy. Black Market, card draw. Land tax, sort of card draw. Lunar sort of card draw. I don't think we're lacking that way. I think I'll cut the demo field and add Guildless Commons. There. 2 bounce lands, one of which produces colorless. To make sure we hit all the land drops. Twilight Prophet. That card is terrible. I think one of the funniest things in the world is that people think that card is good in Commander. Maybe I'd play it in Obeka. Maybe. Maybe. MTG Nerd Girl. Hello. Welcome MTG Nerd Girl and the 76 Nerd Girlaholics. Excitable Nerd Girl fans. How you guys doing tonight? We're just building some Commander decks for a show. So nothing too crazy. We are building around D&D secret layers. So we got Astarion the Decadent. For those of you feeling thirsty this evening. Our commander of choice. And I think I like it. I really do. 27 creatures is pretty high. It's where you want to be. Control elements are perfectly fine. The ramp is there. These enchantments are going to be annoying. That's kind of what you want it to be if you want to win with like a 6-mana combo commander. Curve is good. Mostly flat. Doing what it needs to do and then flattening out at 4-5. You're a different person than in a YouTube video. Yeah, that's me. Nobody knows the real me. You should see me when I'm not recording or live. Who knows what could happen then? You should see me at Disney World. Hogging like a child. It's a good time. Master Biomancer. All right, so we have 2 more decks to go, but not tonight. I think we're gonna call it for tonight. So for those of you who just raided, thank you. Remember to hit follow, but we're gonna find somebody else to throw it over to. We have to in the future. Maybe we'll do this Thursday night. D&D, death is in the eyes of the beholder. So Xanathar, Crime, and Karazakar, the Eye Tyrant. Goad will be the next 2 that we build to round out our D&D Secret Larry pod. Very exciting. But yeah, again, if you're just joining us, maybe from the raid, maybe just tuning in, we're building a whole pod's worth of decks right here for the show, and we will finish it on a future stream. But to those of you who came out tonight, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hang out on Twitch. I will throw a raid on YouTube. Go watch some of the great videos. Particularly, please watch the Duskmorn video that came out recently. Matters a lot that you guys check that out. So you can find that on the channel. Click CovertGoBlue, click subscribe, look for the latest commander. Thank you for watching this stream. I will see you in the next one. Good night.